What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing the NBA tier list maker thing. As you know, we finished our last decade series for point guards and Sparkle yesterday, and so today we're going to be jumping into something. It's other YouTubers have been doing it, so we're ranking position players from the 2018-19 season from S tier, and let's just show you from S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, D tier, and F tier. So obviously S tier, not trash starters, probably shouldn't be starting. D tier is like kind of a pretty average starter. C tier a little above average, you're decent starting point guard for your league. B tier is kind of borderline all-star, pretty good, a player anyone would want unless you have an A tier or S tier. So you can have A tier is like all-star level, really good players, some top players in the league, and then S tier is the best of the best. There's only about one or two S2 players usually per position, and yeah, let's get right into it. So we're just going to be going from left to right. Starting, and these are all the starting point guards for the 2018-19 season. So, Kyle Lowry. In my opinion, being a Raptors fan, Kyle Lowry is definitely a B tier point guard. He plays pretty good defense. He can usually shoot unless it's the playoffs for the first couple of rounds. And he's a good playmaker and all around, and he's been an all-star a couple times. So I think even though if he's getting older, he might have been one season at A tier. But I think based off this year, he's a B tier point guard. Russell Westbrook, I'm going to say A tier. I don't like Westbrook that much personally. I think he's stat pads, and I think none of his teams really usually do well in the playoffs. But he does. He's a rebounding monster. He scores the ball and he can pass the ball. So we're gonna put him in A tier for now. Eric Bledsoe. Yeah, I think he's right around. We'll put him in B tier for now because he was pretty good in the Raptors series for the Bucks and then the series before. But we're going over the course of the season, he was more C plus tier. But for now, we'll put him in B tier, and at the end, I'm going to go over this and look over and see if any changes I want to make. Kemba Walker, also A tier. Kemba had a great season this year. He needs to get off that Hornets team, or they need to add some help around him because right now it's just the Kemba Walker show. But yeah, definitely an A tier player. Chris Paul. I'd say if we're ranking this year, Chris Paul is a B tier player. He's someone you'd like to have. He passes the ball well. He can score when he needs to. But he's definitely not off that A or possible S tier caliber he was 5 or 6 years ago with the Clippers. So right now I'd say he's probably a B tier player. Ben Simmons, I would also put in B tier. Ben Simmons is getting close to that A tier level. I don't think he was an all-star this year, but he was close. And he's young. He's not a projected video. He's 22, 21. So yeah, I'd say as of right now, Ben Simmons is B tier. Steph Curry, S tier. Steph Curry is the best point guard in the league right now, without a doubt. You saw him the way Kevin Durant goes out, and then Curry was like, okay, this is my time. He had a couple rough games, but he carried the Warriors past the Blazers. And yeah, so he is an S tier point guard, possibly the only S tier point guard in the league right now, looking at the rest of this list. Mike Conley, B tier. Obviously, he's getting older, but he's still a great defender, and he's been shooting it pretty well. He can move the ball. He's a good facilitator, and he's been a long time starter for the Grizz. So yeah, Mike Conley, B tier. Darren Collison. I'm going to put Darren Collison in D tier. He's decent. He does his job. He passes the ball. He can shoot if he's open. And yeah, I'd say he's just an average starter in the league. He's been with the Pacers for a long time. Chris Dunn, F tier. I'm sorry. I know he's still young. This is not a projection video. This is my opinion too. But there's nothing he does exceptionally well except maybe defend. But yeah, you have to have two sides of the ball, and I think not many teams would be willing to pay Chris Dunn starter money, or at least not many good teams. The Bulls. DJ Augustine. I'm putting DJ Augustine back in. I'm putting DJ Augustine in D tier, just based on what he did in the playoffs. He had that huge game against the Raptors in Game 1 that for the Magic that upset them in Game 1 and put the fear of Raptor Nation back in the hearts for playoff choking. But he's D, possible F, depending on the year. But he's a serviceable point guard for the Magic as they're building their young guys. Derek White. Sorry, White. Is that White or is that Forbes? The Spurs point guard. I'm going to confess, I do not know who the Spurs. I think on the quiz I took earlier it was Bryn Forbes. But as of right now, F tier. Nothing remarkable. Yeah, not someone you'd probably pick to start for you. D'Angelo Russell. B tier for now. He's getting close to that A tier, but this year he had a solid year. He can score the ball. He's a decent enough playmaker at his position. And 1 second. I think for right now he's B tier. Not saying he couldn't get to A tier, but as of right now, borderline all star. I think he's D tier. Kyrie Irving, A tier. Probably the second or third best point guard in the league behind Russ and Steph. I know he's a little injury prone, but when he's on the floor and he's healthy, he's the X factor for the Celtics. And yeah, A tier. Lonzo Ball, first C tier guy. His shooting's gotten better. He's still a great playmaker. He's a tall 6'6", can defend pretty well. And when I'm looking at this, would I take Lonzo Ball over Darren Collison? Yes. Would I take Lonzo Ball over DJ Augustine? Yes. Which makes him a C tier player. But would I take him over D'Angelo Russell? No. So yeah, C tier. Trae Young. I put Trae Young in C tier right now. He is probably a C minus, close to D tier. But he had a really good rookie season. He kind of got overshadowed by Luka, and in the Rookie of the Year conversation. So I think Luka's gonna get it. But I think Trae Young had a really good season coming out for a rookie. He showed that he can fill up the hoop and pass the ball. And yeah, C tier player. Damian Lillard, A tier. You saw what Dame did in the playoffs. Dame time. And yeah, would I take Damian Lillard over Kyle Lowry, Bledsoe, Paul, Simmons, Conley, and Russell? Yep. Would I take him over Walker? Probably. And then Irving. So I think Dame's probably the fourth best point guard in the league right now. But this is not a ranking video. Jamal Murray, B tier. Am I a little biased because Canadian? Yeah. But have you seen Jamal Murray? Have you seen what Jamal Murray did in the playoffs? What he's been doing all year? He had a great year scoring the ball. Admittedly, he does not defend very well, and he's probably not quite as good of a playmaker as you'd like, but with his scoring ability. And he's only, 22? I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I think I might have hit the back button on my mouse and went off the screen, but yeah, we're back where we were. Jamal Murray, B tier. Jalen Brunson, F tier. Rookie, not saying he couldn't get up to maybe C tier. That's probably as high as the potential going to go. But as far as starting point guards go, for this year at least, no. Elfrid Payton, I'm going to put him in F tier for now. Not a good enough shooter. He can pass the ball, but he's not quite athletic enough to get through. He's not a good enough defender, and he can't shoot very well. So all he's really there for is start you running your offense. And I'd rather have people like Darren Collison or DJ Augustine. I can't speak today, guys. Who can shoot and pass and defend well enough. I mean, DJ Augustine's not that good defender, but Collison is. And so yeah, Elfrid Payton, F tier. Ricky Rubio, C tier. Rubio can score. His shooting's gotten a lot better this year. And he's always been a great playmaker. And I'd say Rubio's on par. Maybe he's a little better than like Lonzo and Trae Young. So maybe a C. Oh no, he's still C. But yeah, I think these guys are all pretty much on par, and I'd take Rubio over Collison and Augustine any day. Who is this? Who's this? Is this? Okay, we're gonna skip it. I'm gonna have to look that up after. I'll see what team it is. De'Aaron Fox. I'm gonna say De'Aaron Fox is a C plus tier, just because looking at the list, I would take any of these guys over De'Aaron Fox. But I also take De'Aaron Fox over these guys. Do I think he's right about the C plus year? He had a great sophomore season. Was running the reason that this King. I'll be back. As I was saying, was one of the reasons that this Kings team was as good as it was and surprised everyone. And so yeah, I think De'Aaron Fox has a chance to definitely going to be B tier by next year if he continues improving the way he is. And yeah, C tier player right now. Jeff Teague, D tier. So he got some years where he was C tier, maybe B tier, especially with that Hawks team that won a bunch of games. But right now, you can shoot it well enough. He'll run your offense for you. He'll play passable defense. But he's not like Fox Rubio. He's not someone you want to actually look as a second and third option. He's just a serviceable point guard just like these guys. Tyler Johnson, F tier. I don't think Tyler Johnson's a point guard like as his natural position. I think, once again, there's two Heat players here. So I don't know. But he can shoot it well enough. Doesn't pass. Not a great playmaker. Not a great defender. There's just nothing he does exceptionally well. And at least these guys can shoot it and run your offense for you. Reggie Jackson. This year, Reggie Jackson was a D tier player. I mean, maybe D plus tier. I'd probably take Reggie over like Darren Collison and them. But as of right now, after the year he's had, Reggie Jackson, he'll get his buckets. He'll run an offense. But he's not the guy you're going to look at as one of their real threats anymore. For a couple of years he was before Griffin came, but as of now, I don't think so. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I'm going to show Gilgeous-Alexander in the D tier. Once again, my Canadian brother, so I'm going to be a little biased, but I think he had a really good rookie season for what they were able to do. The Clippers were able to take the Warriors, take a couple games, take the Warriors to Game 6, and he was part of that team, was the starting point guard for that team. So yeah, I think he performed pretty well on a playoff team as a rookie. And so yeah, D tier. John Wall. Since John Wall didn't play much this season, I'm going to go off last year, which makes John Wall, in my eyes, an A tier point guard. When he's 100% healthy, John Wall is one of the best point guards in the league. He'll give you 10 assists, 20 points. He's one of the fastest guys, and he plays better defense than most people realize. And he's one of the X factors of that Wizards team that are usually a playoff team when him and Beal can stay healthy. Justice Winslow, D tier. He's a really good defender for his point guard. For the point guards, he's very tall, and he can move the ball surprisingly well, considering he came into the league as a small forward without really playing point guard, and he can shoot it well enough. So I'd say, yeah, D tier. I think of him more as a small forward still, but he was their backup. Apparently, he started for them for a while in point guard. So yeah, D tier point guard. Colin Sexton. I want to put Colin Sexton in F tier. Not a prediction video. I'm not saying Colin Sexton couldn't get up to maybe a B tier, but the year he had, the Cavs weren't that good, and he showed flashes of being able to be pretty good, but on a consistent basis, he was just not that good. His passing needs to improve. His kind of game sense, getting used to the NBA, needs to improve, and his defending is not really there. So, yeah, F tier. I think this is the Suns point guard. Based off the fact that I don't know him, I'm assuming he's probably not that good. But give me 1 second, let me look this up. Okay, so this is Elie Okobo for the Suns, which is kind of what I thought, although my mannequin was Josh Okogie, who plays for the Timberwolves. And also Tyler Johnson started for the Suns in the latter half of the year. I forgot he got traded, but that's why he's up here. But Elie Okobo for the first half, and yeah, F tier. Suns, not good. Not good at all. Ayton was decent this year. Booker was Booker, and he should probably leave if they can't find any help. But yeah, Okobo. Okobo. So yeah, this is my list. I'm gonna stick back and revise it a little bit, but I think I'm pretty confident in most of these. I might look at like De'Aaron Fox, Jamal Murray kind of guys, maybe Reggie Jackson, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna change all that much. Okay, guys, so I'm back. I took a little revising. I decided to move John Wall down to B+ tier, just based off the fact that you don't know how he's gonna be after his injury, and he has been a little injury prone over the last couple of years. Besides the fact that he got caught smoking crack on the streets of DC. But that's not a basketball point. But yeah, he's B tier right now. Basically, we hadn't seen him for pretty much a whole year. And yeah, so this is my final list. Tell me in the comments what you guys think about it. If you agree, disagree. Again, this is an opinion video, so you're completely entitled to your own opinion. You can tell me what it is. And this is also not a projection video. So that's also not saying that Lonzo or Trae Young or them couldn't get up to like A tier. Or Gilgeous-Alexander. This is just after the 2018-19 season, where they're at right now, besides the fact of John Wall, who was out for almost the whole year, but is still on this list. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about it. Tell me anything you want me to do later or upcoming. I'm looking for more ideas after maybe I do the tier thing. Maybe we start alternating, start a new series. I don't know. But, yeah. Thanks for watching.